At Home with Lucas here. So today we're going to be talking about Samsung Odyssey G3. Yes, people, I got my hands on this 24-inch Odyssey G3. This thing is the cheapest monitor I've ever bought. I did get it on sale. So if you get it on sale, it is next level priced. This thing is absolutely amazing. It's only 1080p, but it runs at 180 hertz refresh rate with 1 ms. So that's gonna give you potentially some butter smooth gameplay, which is absolutely amazing. This thing also has a fully adjustable stand with all the tech that you need for competitive gaming. So this thing is potentially the best of the best of the best for the price alone. I literally saw this price and I said, I have to buy this right now. You'll probably do the exact same thing. This thing is only 24 inches. A lot of people think, oh no, a smaller monitor is gonna create less immersion and you're gonna be a little bit less professional at your gaming, but actually 24 inches is absolutely amazing. It's not until you get your hands on it and start to look at this monitor that you're gonna be able to understand and wrap your mind around the 24 inches. A lot of people think, oh no, I need to go 49 inches, but actually if you're really trying to dial in your gameplay and you really wanna be as professional as possible, this is the monitor to check out. It is a Samsung, so it has that amazing Samsung panel, which we've all come to love. It is a VA panel, which is not bad. It's gonna have some benefits over an IPS or an OLED, but it's also gonna have some cons. One of the features I'm super excited about is portrait mode. Yes, so this could be a companion monitor to your giant gaming monitor, or you could just throw this into portrait mode and get some coding done and whatnot. So this definitely has that ability to rotate all the way up into portrait mode. We're gonna talk about all of that in this video. We're gonna hope that this thing is as good as we want it to be, and only 1080p is not bad. That means you're gonna be able to plug this thing into a PlayStation, an Xbox, or a gaming console, and you're gonna be able to game at 120 hertz. No problem whatsoever, even more than that if you want. So in this video, we're doing a hands-on with the box, quick unboxing and first impressions on said monitor. After that, I'm gonna be putting this bad boy to the Adam Lucas test to figure out, is this something you should buy or maybe skip altogether? I'm here for you, so don't have to waste your time buying and returning. All right, let's go ahead and jump into it. Okay, this has to be the most conservative gaming box I've ever seen. It literally just says Samsung and then Odyssey G3, 24 inches, and that is it. It looks more like an everyday monitor box than a gaming monitor box, so that's really strange. All right, let's take a look at the back of the monitor. There's the VESA mount right there, so you're gonna be able to put any VESA arm or wall mount on there. You have your power, your headphone, yes, it has headphone, HDMI 1, DisplayPort 1, and service. This thing goes on here next level, people. It was super, super easy to put it on, and then you literally just push it just like that, and you could take it right back off. Next level, 5 out of 5 stars. I love arm stands like this. All right, let's see if it compares to a Dell. We're gonna lower it down, and it lowers down in such a strange way. It has a clicking sound to it. I'm gonna play that for you guys later on. But yeah, it is very, very strange. It's like a little bit like a chainsaw. This is my current monitor setup right here. We're gonna be popping that bad boy out and throwing in this 24-inch beast. So I was definitely a little bit skeptical about the gameplay on this budget-friendly monitor, but once I got into it, I realized that this is butter smooth. Most Samsung monitors that I've reviewed have been super, super butter smooth, and this one was no slouch, people. It has definitely 180 hertz refresh rate with a solid 1 ms, very, very smooth. And the fact that it's not 300 hertz or 400 hertz, it's only 180 hertz at 1080p is exactly enough for almost every type of gameplay. So if you're gaming on a PlayStation, an Xbox, a console, whatever it may be, this monitor is going to give you a huge boost. Once again, 24 inches did not fail me, people. I was immersed like no other, and I've gamed on a lot of monitors, and there's something about this size that really does kick butt. So all in all, I'm going to say that the gameplay is a solid 4.8 out of 5 stars. It's not the best of the best of the best that I've experienced, but it is very, very smooth. And I think the 1080p really helps a lot. I really do. And the fact that it's in a regular aspect ratio means that any game you throw on here is going to look absolutely amazing. And once again, it doesn't really look like a 1080p monitor. You're going to get this thing, you're going to get it all set up with the settings and everything, and you're going to go, wow, that actually looks way more high res than a 1080p. And that is thanks to Samsung and their wizardry. They really do a great job with their Odysseys. Every Odyssey I've ever reviewed, I've literally been in love with, like truly in love with. This one is no joke. So if you're looking for that gaming monitor that you want to get that extra boost, this is the one right here. I would compare this one to an Acer and say buy this. I would compare it to an Asus. I'm getting excited. And I would say buy this one. So if you're looking around and you see one that might be a little bit more expensive, I would say buy this one. You're going to love it. You're going to be very happy. And once again, at the sale price, it's next level cheap. All right, so multitasking on here is not really why you're buying it, but here we go. We have like 3.5 cards opened up. Maybe you can call it 4 cards, but the pixel density, once again, is not terrible. You can still read some of the text on there when it's really small. So they did a great job of making sure that this screen image was crispy. They made sure that the colors were popping. They made sure that the blacks were nice and dark, allowing you to do some minor multitasking. One thing that's really fun is you can just have one card open up on the left, and then you can have a full card open up on the right. So there is a slight ability to multitask on here. Is it the best at multitasking? No. Is it for multitasking? No. If you want a multitasking monitor, you need to buy a 34-inch ultra wide. This one though does a great job, and I was very happy with it. Okay, so I'm not sure if they're advertising this as a portrait monitor, but you can definitely flip this into portrait mode super easily, which is absolutely amazing. So once again, if you're someone who's coding or you want a second monitor for your gameplay or whatnot, this is definitely the one to go with. Just look at how easily I'm able to switch it into portrait mode. Okay, having a high refresh rate monitor is not just for gaming, it's also for everyday use. And as you can see right here, these cards are going to load up super fast, and you're actually going to be able to see them pretty clearly as you scroll through, whereas a 60Hz monitor, you will not be able to do that. What does this mean for real life use? That means you're going to get more immersed in this monitor than in a 60Hz monitor. So a 60Hz monitor, everything's going to look a little bit more blurry and a little bit out of focused, and you're just not going to be as immersed in a 60Hz monitor. You go to 180Hz and you're actually going to be more immersed in it because it's more like the way that your eye actually sees. So your eye is very happy with a 180Hz monitor, which is really awesome. Now let's just check out how beautiful this panel actually is. For a 1080p monitor, the colors just explode on the screen. It is definitely a joy to look at. The first thing you're going to notice when you get this monitor is I'm going to keep saying this, it doesn't look like a 1080p monitor. It looks so much better, and the colors just are absolutely awesome. Like the blacks, everything just looks phenomenal. And because it's 1080p, you're going to be able to watch everything without having any problems. So next level for viewing on this monitor. All right, let's give this bad boy a star rating. So let's start off with the panel. The panel is actually really nice. It looks a little bit more high res than a regular 1080p. The pixel density is definitely really solid. I do kind of like the fact that it's a flat panel. It really allows you to get super immersed. And if you're on the fence between a 24 or 25 inch monitor versus a 27 or a 32, I would actually say go for the smaller panel. You're going to thank me later on because the immersion is that much better. It's kind of a trick, but trust me on that. When you get this panel going with your game, you're going to be very, very happy. Let's talk about gameplay on this bad boy. Gameplay is definitely 5 out of 5 stars in my book. Really, really awesome gameplay. The 180 hertz refresh rate, top notch. It is, they're not joking about that. This thing is built to game. It's not built for pretty much anything else. It's one of those like hidden weapons. So if you're looking for the best gaming monitor out there without breaking the bank, this is definitely the one. If you have a PlayStation, an Xbox, you have a Nintendo Switch 2, whatever it may be, this is the panel that's going to amplify your gameplay. Of course, the stand down here does not annoy me at all. It's really sleek, really cool. The cord management back here is typical Samsung. They don't really have the best cord management. Alienware is definitely better. These do not have speakers in them, so if you're looking at these online, these are just vents basically to cool off the monitor. Those are not speakers. It has an AUX out only. There's a little style right here too, which I really like. And I really have to say the boxy sort of look to it, I'm liking it. It's boxy, it's not rounded at all, and I think that it looks really, really unique, really, really cool. And then as you saw, it can play movies and everything to consume content just as good as any other monitor out there. So all in all, I'm going to say that this is a fantastic buy, probably the best price you'll ever see, so definitely snag it right now. Absolutely amazing. When I saw this price, I was like, how are you getting an Odyssey for this price? I was totally blown away. So highly recommend it to everyone out there. Solid 5 out of 5 stars. Absolutely amazing. Solid 4.8 out of 5 stars. Really, really awesome panel. For the price, it's definitely more like 5 out of 5 stars, but for this review, we're giving it a 4 out of 5 stars. Buy it!
All right, there you go. That's the Odyssey G3. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, definitely smash that like button, smash that subscribe button, and come back to this channel for some more great videos coming up very shortly. Peace out.